Hello my dear children, welcome to our social online class. This is your social sir. Now we will go to discuss about the second lesson in our class. Before that, just we discussed some point about the lesson, right? Generally the earth has so many diversities. Yes or no? You know everyone. The earth having so many diversities that we learnt in the previous classes. What are the diversities? The earth is not uniform, we know everyone. The earth is not uniform. Somewhere the earth is in the flat surface. Somewhere the earth is in the highest regions like the mountains or the hill ranges. Somewhere the grasslands. Somewhere the desert areas. Somewhere it is occupied by the water areas. Like these are all the different diversities on the earth surface. We learnt in the previous classes about the different landforms of the earth, like the oceans and the continents. In those lessons, we discussed about the diversities on the earth. These are all we seen directly or indirectly. Directly means directly we have seen these areas, or by the TVs, by the newspapers we seen these things. But whatever it may be, the earth is totally consists of so many diversities. Those are all learned in the previous classes. In this class, we will learn about the another diversity on the earth. Another diversity on the earth. What is the diversity? The diversity we cannot feel, we cannot see the diversity. That we can feel only. That we can feel. That is the diversity. What is that? That is called as the temperature. That is called as the temperature. Say yes or no? That is we feel only. We cannot see the temperature. Take example, in the morning we feel very cool. In the afternoon we feel very hot. In the night again we feel very cool. Yes, this is only the feeling only. Yes or no? This is the diversity. That means it is not equal in one day and not like that. Take example, some months of the year we feel very cool. That we called as the winter season. Some months we feel very hot and thirsty like that. That is called as very summer season. Some months of the year we feel very rainy like this. So this is also variations of the temperature we seen in these areas. Yes or no? It is not end and another diversity in the temperature. This feeling is not equivalent in all regions of the people. Say yes or no? Take example, in the month of December we feel very cool because of that is in the winter season. But the same time the southern countries like the Australia, it is very hot. Very hot. What is the reason is that? This is also the variation of the temperature. Yes or no? That is, these are all the diversities. These are all the variations in the temperature. That is, we will learn in this lesson. How the temperature is occurs on the earth's surface. How the temperature is occurs on the earth's surface. By the sun. The temperature is the main cause for development of so many things on the atmosphere, at the crust. This temperature is the main source for growing of trees. This temperature is the source of life. Like the temperature gives the energy of every people, every human being, every animal, every plants and like that. That means the temperature is the main source of living. So how this temperature is occurs on the earth surface? Yes, by the sun. By the sun. Our lesson is energy from the sun. That means what is the temperature? What is the temperature given by the sun? That is called as our lesson. What is that? Energy from the sun. What is the name of our lesson? Energy from the sun. Energy from the sun. Right. What is that energy? That energy is called as the temperature. Temperature is the energy that can help to development of so many things on the earth surface. That can help to development of so many things on earth surface. So it is the source of life. It is the source of life. It is the source of so many changes. It is the source of so many changes are occurred on the earth surface. Like this energy completely emitted by the sun. Completely emitted by the sun. It can receive by the earth. It can receive by the earth. Right? Just before that, we will discuss another one. The earth and the sun. These two are two objects in our universe. Or in our solar system. Say yes or no. These two are the two objects. The sun is the main object. Gives the energy to some different objects like the earth. Why? Because the earth is the planet. You know everyone. Like so many planets in the solar system. These are all the planets are depending on the stars. The sun is the star. So here the earth getting the energy, getting the light, everything is from the sun. Why? Because the sun is very nearer to the earth. It is the purpose the earth getting the energy from the sun. How this energy? By the sun rays, right? By the sun rays. Here two types of words are given. What is the energy released by the sun? What is the energy released by the sun? Continuously the sun gives out the energy in the form of light and heat. What? In the form of light and heat. Continuously. How this temperature is generated in the sun or in the stars? That is called nuclear fission. Nuclear fission. It is the activity. It is the activity done in the stars. It is caused to create the temperature. It is caused to generate the temperature in the sun. So this temperature gives out by the sun continuously throughout the year. Right? This energy received by the planets. So earth is a planet. This energy, that means what is the light, what is the heat is generated by the sun, it is received by the earth. Yes or no? What amount of the energy is released by the sun is called as the solar radiation. Solar radiation. What is that? Solar radiation. What is called the radiation here? Here the radiation means if any object gives out the energy is called as the radiation. If any object gives out the energy is called as the radiation. Right? If any object on the earth surface, if any object in the universe gives out the energy is called as the radiation. Here the sun is the object. Gives out their energy continuously. Which gives out this way, it is called as the solar radiation. Right? And next another point. These energies is energy continuously received by the earth. Continuously received by the earth. This is called as the insolation. What is that? Insolation. Two words. Solar radiation and insolation. What is called the insolation? Which is the energy released by the sun, which is the energy received by the earth is called as the insolation. What is that? Which is the energy received by the earth is called as the insolation here. Insolation. Right. What is insolation? What is the amount of energy received by the earth only caused as the insolation? Here you understand the point. Take example, this is the earth. sun. The sun continuously gives the energy. The earth is smaller than the sun or no? Sun or no? But what is the energy released by the sun is called as the solar energy. The energy which is received by the earth is called as the, what is the energy received by the earth is called as the insolation. Here you understand. What is the amount of energy total not received by the earth? Not received by the earth. This area only the sun rays are fall on the earth surface. This amount of energy is called as the insolation. This amount of energy is called as the insolation. Okay, you can understood. Right? Next one. How much energy received by the earth? Received by the earth. That means what is the amount of energy released by the sun? It is 100% is not reached the earth. 100%. Take example, this is the energy reached the earth surface. This is calculated as 100% of energy. This 100% of energy not reached the earth surface. So what? 1/3 is reflected back by the atmosphere. What is atmosphere? It is composed by the different gases surrounded the earth. Different gases surrounded the earth. This is called as the atmosphere. This atmosphere nearly 30% of energy. That means 1/3 of energy. 1/3 of energy reflected back by the atmosphere. Reflected back by the atmosphere. Okay, you can understand that how much energy received, how much energy reached the earth? 70%. 70% of energy reached the earth surface. Reached the earth surface. Okay, this is the point. How much energy reflected back by the atmosphere? 30% of energy reflected back by the atmosphere. Okay, next point. All the rays which is released by the energy of the sun, all the rays are not reached the earth surface. Some of the rays are reflected back. Those are called as the UV rays. UV rays. Ultraviolet rays are reflected back by the atmosphere. This is very help to the earth. Why? Because if the ultraviolet rays, UV rays is reached on the earth surface, the earth is totally burnt. Because very dangerous rays those are. Very dangerous rays. Those are affected to dangerous diseases also. So these rays are not reached the earth. Why? Because one of the layers that is called as the ozone layer is protected the earth from the UV rays. UV rays. And another type of rays are also released by the sun, that is called as the radio waves. Radio waves and X-rays. Radio waves, X-rays and UV rays. Like dangerous rays are released by the earth. Very powerful rays are those. So those are not reached the earth surface because of these rays are reflected back by the atmosphere. Okay, here you understand. That means the atmosphere is very helps to the earth and the biosphere on the earth surface. Biosphere on the earth surface. Okay, this is the first part of the lesson. That means the atmosphere is consist of different type of gas and dust, you know. This is helps to protect the earth surface from the UV rays. Okay, again I recall this. What is called the solar radiation, which is the energy released by the sun, is called as the solar radiation. What is called the insolation? Means of insolation is which is the energy received by the earth is called as the solar insolation. So how the sun energy released by the form of light and heat. In the form of light and heat, the sun released their energy. Okay, next point. Next point here, the how much energy reached the earth surface. The total energy is not reached the earth surface. Only 70% of energy is reached the earth surface. Remaining 30% of energy reflected by the different agents like the atmosphere, clouds, dust particles, and the earth atmosphere also reflected the energy in the third. That means how much energy is reflected back? 1/3 of energy is reflected back. Okay, right. In the next session, we will go to discuss about the how the 70% of energy reached the earth, how this 30% of energy reflected back, what are the ways that we learned in the next session. Okay, thank you to all.